So I'm here for our weekly energy reading for the week of October 13th through October 19th. We did just have our full moon in Aries last night, and I feel like last night was it was a turning point, you know? Today we have the moon in Taurus. We are very grounded today. We are I feel like everyone's just so happy today, okay? We are going to get into this reading. I did shuffle the cards and I started the video, but then, my daughter, so I had to restart. So the card of the week is the World. So we are really focusing this week, and I love it because how intense last week was. We were focusing a lot on what we had to leave behind. We were focusing a lot on the emotional pain we were going through because we had to cut people off. We had to decide which relationships were going to make it and which ones weren't. We had to decide what we wanted, who we are. That was the full moon Aries, was I am this, I am that. That identity was being shaped. But this week, I feel like we're really starting to figure it out. And we are ready to go back into the World. Now, the World is the last card of the major arcana. And this is after the Fool has gone through his entire journey of self-realization, and he is ready to go back into the world, and he's ready to fulfill his destiny. So the World represents success, accomplishment, fulfillment, going back into the world, going back into the community. Last week, I was saying that a lot of us felt very isolated. This is not a week for that. So the tarot tells a story. I tell everyone that the tarot is a story. So the theme of our story is the world. Our theme of our week is success. Now, these are the cards on the bottom. Here are the key players. So this week, we may want to go out with our best bitches and celebrate, let our hair down, really just relax, unwind, we really want this week to not feel so restricted and confined, to really feel happy this week. So I'm definitely seeing that. The Seven of Swords here, we are releasing that feel of isolation. We're releasing that. Last week, we had the Seven of Swords in one of my Astro Tarot lives that I do every single day. And this really, for us, it meant last week that we did want to be isolated. But right now, the late phase Seven of Swords is like, we're done being isolated. We're ready to go back into the world. We're ready to feel, we're ready to rejoin the community. We have the Star. So we're releasing this right now, okay? Now, what is coming in is the Star reverse. Our creativity is resparking. We are refilling that hope is being reignited. All of that is coming back into play once we release this Seven of Swords and we embrace the responsibility and the discipline that it takes to go back into the world and to have success and to have, fulfillment and accomplishments. Okay. Now, another thing that I'm seeing this week, we do need to focus on nurturing ourselves. That is one thing. We need to focus on nurturing ourselves. Abundance is definitely coming in for some of us this week. I am seeing that maybe last night with the full moon in Aries, because it was such a great night to do it like a success type of ritual. If you did anything a money ritual, anything like that, I am seeing abundance coming in this week. Now, abundance doesn't only have to be money. Abundance is so many other things. Abundance, it goes into your emotional abundance you could have, abundance with your romance, abundance with joy, happiness, security, abundance of emotion as well. I am seeing that some of us, we may be focusing on family. Maybe some of you may get in contact with your mothers because the Empress does represent that mothering quality. So you may be getting a little bit closer with your moms this week. There is this kind of birthing. So some of you may, there may be a new family member added to the family this week. Okay. So we have that. Now, a key player this week, I feel, is the Queen of Wands, that fire energy. And this is really taking back your control. This is establishing that power. This is attacking your plans and your responsibilities, your goals with ferocity, going after that. Because the Queen of Wands does represent fire. Wands represents ambition, passion, our soul's purpose, our soul's mission. So we are really feeling very, very like, that Aries energy is traveling over. We're feeling that fire. Now, the Queen of Wands gets me, it's definitely a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, and who's the last one that I am forgetting? I'm forgetting a fire sign here, and I feel so terrible because I do love you guys, fire signs. I'm so used to having my thing back here. Fire sign. What fire sign am I forgetting, guys? Aries, Sagittarius. I'm forgetting one. And I feel terrible. And I feel, oh, Leo. So this is definitely, I feel like this is going to be a great week for fire signs because of that ambition you guys do have. But all of this is coming in. All of this is happening this week because we are in the midst of a transition. We are transitioning. We are allowing ourselves. We're finally surrendering, I feel like, to the process. We're finally realizing that we cannot force nor control anything. We're realizing that. We're realizing that everything flows. We're realizing that in order for us to take the next step, we do have to release some things. Now, one thing I like to say when I see this death card is the soul is eternal. The flesh temporary, the soul is eternal. So what we are doing, we're doing really a lot of soul work this week and transitioning from one level of consciousness to another. Now with the Queen of Wands, we may be feeling ourselves this week like an attractiveness, like the confidence of Aries is traveling into us, and we're feeling very attractive, energetic. We want to get shit done. That's why I'm saying we're going to be tackling our goals with the ferocity this week, okay? We're doing everything that we need to do this week so that we are bringing our A game. It is our A game. We're bringing the A game this week. And we're definitely going back. I feel like we did isolate a little bit last week. We isolated. We're going back out into the world this week. We're going back out and returning with our friends. The Five of Cups was a very big thing last week. The Five of Cups was huge. We were really like mourning. This week, we are really expressing gratitude. We are really connecting more with our friends this week. Friendship is a big thing that I'm seeing this week. We are really, we were isolating ourselves from our friends as we were doing a lot of work on ourselves. I know me personally, I feel like I was a little bit more, and I feel like I still am a little bit more to myself. But this week, we're really focusing on our friendship. We're focusing on our fun. This is why this card does represent what you're releasing, and we are releasing the need to be alone. One thing I will say, and I don't know who it is here, be careful of our motives for what we're doing this week. Watch your motives, watch your motivation for the week, because we want to experience success, accomplishment, fulfillment, but be very careful. There's a thin line, okay, of how far you're willing to go to experience that motivation and success. So just make sure that your motives are pure this week. We are definitely, I feel like this week is just an amazing week for us. It's an amazing opportunity for us to really act on our intentions that we set last night. This is it, guys. Let's go out into the world and let's do what we said we were going to do, because actions do speak louder than words. One advice I want to give you for this week: don't take shit personal. If anyone comes with negative vibes, remember their negativity is not about you. Nothing is about you. Do not take anything personal. Focus on your soul's transition. Focus on leaving things behind. I love the red here because it takes bravery. It takes courage. Okay, it takes all of that to transition and to leave behind some of the things that you may not have wanted to let go, but you have to. The sun is still in Libra. So we may be, because we're feeling so attractive, so confident, you may get a little bit of, someone might come up in your area and be like, oh, you're cute, let's talk, because we are getting back out into the world. I'm definitely feeling that kind of vibe this week, but I really do feel like we're more so just focused on getting our shit done and doing what we have to do. I'm very, very excited for this week. I hope you guys are too. Focus on the positivity. Do not focus on the negativity, okay? If you would like to book a reading with me, all you have to do, click the link in the bio, and you can. All right? Bye, guys.